What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. During the last part, we continued further into the Saiyan saga, and left off with the battle with Vegeta beginning. And it seems like this time, Goku and crew actually has a good chance, mainly because of Granolah. The two brothers face Vegeta utilizing the power from King Kai. But will it be enough? Well, let's find out. For this video, let's set a like goal of 3,000 likes. Once we hit that, I'll continue with another part of this series. Anyways, let's pick it from here. The two brothers launch towards Vegeta and Kaioken. Of course, them using Kaioken times 2 alone is actually more than enough to overpower Vegeta. With their collective power and their strategies and such, this is actually kind of overkill, and Vegeta realized this immediately. Not only is he outnumbered, he actually is overpowered, something he didn't expect. How does that make sense though? It's just some low-class Saiyan and the Cerealian. They killed those guys a while ago. There's no way these two should be able to stand up to him, but they are. They're doing it perfectly actually. Plus, you have Granolah's abilities to locate vital points, which just makes it even tougher for Vegeta. By now in this fight, Vegeta's tail is done with. They recognized it as a threat a while ago, removing it too. Granolah would have seen it as a vital point, and Goku would have known what it's like beforehand with the tail, so in order to avoid any Great Ape shenanigans, it's gone. And that means Vegeta has nothing to rely on. Is this where he's gonna lose? He's gonna just lose by fighting two people with Kaioken. There's no way around it. He can't summon any more strength, or can he? Even though it seems hopeless, Vegeta keeps fighting the two of them. Of course, they can't keep up Kaioken forever, even if it only is in times 2. They're trying to use it sparingly, but even with their base power, they could actually fend off Vegeta. So at some point in the fight, they do dial it back, utilizing only their base strength. Vegeta's already taken enough damage, so this is actually possible. But something weird starts to happen with Vegeta. He gets angry. Of course, he's been angry throughout this entire fight, but this is a different kind of anger. The frustration, the feelings of anger that he's feeling right now, they're nothing like he's ever felt before. He needs to transform into a Great Ape so badly. It's the only way he could win. And out of desperation, he does create an artificial moon, flinging it up into the sky with the two brothers having no idea of what he's trying to plan. It's not going to do anything. Vegeta's trying to force a transformation out of himself, but he has no tail. He can't do that. Or can he? The overflowing anger within him, the blood waves from the artificial moon. It's mixing to create something. Maybe there's a way to transform, there has to be. And then, Vegeta starts feeling the power overflowing within him. His mastery over Great Ape allows him to do this, and he undergoes a change that he's never seen before. He bulks up. His eyes, they change color. His hair, it becomes more wild. All these factors mix together, and Vegeta transforms into something completely different. He could feel it, the power of a Great Ape within him, but he didn't transform into a Great Ape. The two brothers look on amazed. His power shot up dramatically, and he does look vaguely different, but what is this? And Vegeta laughs. This must be it. Unknowingly, Vegeta's accessed the wrathful form, but mistakenly, he thinks this is Super Saiyan. And this gives him a huge ego boost. He makes a grandiose speech, telling the two of them that he's the Super Saiyan, and now, there's no way he's gonna be defeated by them. Honestly, he expected a little bit more from this transformation, but whatever, he's a Super Saiyan. And that makes him elated. The brothers try to attack him, and now Vegeta is far too strong, plus he's kept his normal size. Another advantage of this form. And unlike Broly using this form, Vegeta's not going to lose control. First of all, he does have the mastery over Great Ape, and he doesn't have Broly's rage issues. The power doesn't control him, he controls the power. Looks like the two brothers have to use Kaioken again. But this time, they buff it up to a new level, Kaioken times 4 between each of them. Even with the boost in power from Vegeta's wrathful form, he still has faced some injuries throughout the fight, and the artificial moon did take some out of him. Granted, the two brothers have faced some injuries as well, and are a little bit weakened from Kaioken. But the results here aren't going to be as clear-cut as you think. With Vegeta's handicaps and such, it doesn't make it a clear path to victory for him. It's actually a lot more even of a fight than you'd expect. He's losing steam, especially whenever Granolah is able to attack a vital point. Of course, he's able to defend better this time. Not only does he know to expect it, but he's also faster and stronger overall. So Granolah can't exploit this as much as he was before. But still, this power, he's having trouble maintaining it. He needs to end this quickly. He summons more strength, as much as he can, and he rushes towards the two brothers, attacking them with his brute strength alone. No key attacks, nothing. He just begins pummeling the two of them into the ground. But a massive blast is launched from nearby. It hits Vegeta in the back, and he barely feels it, but he still turns around. Tenshinhan's there with a Kikoho. And in the nick of time, Vegeta hears something behind him, jumping out of the way as a Kienzan flies by. Krillin's there, and Vegeta sees something in the sky, Yamcha descending downwards with a kick. He's about to deflect Yamcha's attack, and then another blast hits him from somewhere else. It's Gohan. This isn't doing much damage, but the humans and Gohan have distracted him, and it leaves a small opening for Granolah. Quickly, he sticks a hand out, hitting Vegeta right in a vital point in his neck. The two brothers collapse out of exhaustion with Kaioken, as Vegeta also collapses out of exhaustion, running out of steam from Wrathful and facing the effects of this attack from Granolah. Vegeta is now unconscious, and the rest of the group has to decide what to do with him. Goku and Granolah can't move, so Gohan and the humans decide to take charge. Ten wants to kill Vegeta, and the other humans concur. It's the logical choice. Vegeta tried to kill them, so why not get rid of him? He checks around for approval, and Goku is the only one to speak up about it at first. He tells them that wouldn't be right. That would make them no better than him. Not to mention, Vegeta's unconscious right now. That'd be a dirty move. He's not a threat at the moment. And Granolah hesitates, wanting to kill Vegeta too, but he ends up agreeing with Goku. Goku's judgment may be better here. Granolah says he's biased. He can't make the call because he knows that he has his own internal biases against Vegeta, and this might cloud his judgment. He leaves it up to Goku. And Goku says Vegeta knows defeat. That's all that matters, and they could defeat him again if they need to. If they did it once, they could do it once more. Plus, their advantage right now. He's unconscious and injured. Get a couple Senzu beans, and he won't be able to stop them. Wait, what's Goku saying? Well, he has a little bit of an idea, but he's not too sure how well it'll go. Some time passes. Vegeta wakes up, still feeling his injuries, and he looks around. He's not in that wasteland that he was in before. He's in some room. As his vision becomes clearer, he sees the same people that he was fighting before. They're fully healed. And they all notice Vegeta wake up. Vegeta tries to move, but he can't. He's restrained by something. Circles of ki are surrounding him, tying him up, just to make sure he's not going to act out. Plus, with his injuries, that would be kind of tough. This only angers Vegeta further, and he tries to go wrathful again, but it doesn't work. He has no idea of how to do it. Plus, he's too exhausted. He tries his hardest to break free, but he can't. And then Granolah steps up to Vegeta. He questions him about Frieza. So, he does know about Frieza. He's been mentioned before and remembers Bardock mentioning him too. And since these Saiyans did mention him in passing, he wants to know who Frieza is, or what he's planning. Granolah only has vague ideas of him. And Vegeta calls them idiots. That's the reason he's here. He's trying to recruit them against Frieza. They were resisting though. Goku says Raditz tried to kill them, same for Nappa and Vegeta. Vegeta won't accept that he's wrong, so he just screams, telling the two of them to shut up. If they want an explanation, he'll explain. He tells them a little bit about Frieza, but he says that he's never mentioned this much before. They only mentioned him in passing, so how do they know about Frieza beforehand? At least Granolah, that is. Well, Granolah tells a little bit about their backstory. Really, Raditz's father did that. He was a weakling just like his two sons. But at least he did make a right choice. Soon after he sent those two away, Planet Vegeta exploded. And Granolah asks if it was Frieza doing. Vegeta has no confirmation, hearing that it was a meteor, but he does have some suspicion that it might have had something to do with Frieza. And Granolah says that's exactly what Bardock was saying. That's why they were sent away. He thought that Frieza was going to blow up the planet. Although he barely heard anything of what Bardock was saying to Manaido. He has some very limited info, and that's all he's been working with. And Vegeta explains some more. That Cerealian genocide, Vegeta had nothing to do with it. He was just using it as an excuse to get Granolah angry in the fight. But he explains more about Frieza and how he commanded the Saiyans and such. And Vegeta comes to a pretty interesting conclusion. They want Frieza dead too, don't they? Well, Goku doesn't really care. At least it's not personal for him. Not compared to Granolah or Vegeta. But knowing that he might be a threat to Earth and that he does seem strong, Goku does want to fight him. Granolah definitely does want to kill Frieza, in an attempt to get revenge at least. And Vegeta says that's good. They have some common ground. He could immediately tell. They kept him alive for a reason. All he wants is Frieza dead. He honestly didn't care if he had to wipe out Earth or whatever, but if they're gonna join him, he sees no reason to kill them. At least that's what he says. They don't know if they could trust Vegeta. He could just be bluffing to get out of whatever restraints he has. And Granolah's kinda on the fence, but given what happened with Goku, maybe Vegeta could have a change of heart. He does know what the Saiyans are like, and he doesn't know if Goku's an exception or an example. Maybe Vegeta could have a change of heart like him. But like he mentioned before, he does want to leave this choice up to Goku. Goku's matured a lot more, and Granolah's promised to stop policing his younger brother. So, why not let him make a choice here? It seems like it's a well-informed one. And Goku looks to his brother for approval. Granolah says if he thinks it's the right choice, then they'll go along with it. And Goku smiles. He knew that Granolah would agree. They're gonna let Vegeta go. But they promise Vegeta, if he tries anything, this time they won't hesitate to kill him. But now that they know part of why Vegeta was here, plus his main goal overall, they think that they could work towards something together. Maybe they could defeat this Frieza guy. And it's kind of weird for Vegeta to watch this, how brotherly these two are. They're not related at all, but they still act like they're actual brothers. More so than any other Saiyan would, because Saiyans don't really care about their family in general. What a strange situation, but whatever. That power that they utilize, it should be good enough. Plus, that hybrid Saiyan right there. He's probably pretty strong. Vegeta witnessed some of his strength during battle, and at least he has some control over his power thanks to Roshi and Grandpa Gohan. Not to mention Granolah's abilities too. But most importantly, Vegeta mentions the fact that he's a Super Saiyan now. That'll be enough to defeat Frieza, at least once he actually knows how to access Super Saiyan. Clearly, this form doesn't require his tail anymore, which is great, and Vegeta had to be primed and ready to transform to actually use it. So maybe it has something to do with that. He'll figure it out eventually. But even with all this collective strength, they might need a little bit more. Vegeta needs to heal up, obviously, and that requires them to trust Vegeta to not pull any stunts. Goku does have one idea for training. They need to use high gravity. It worked pretty well on King Kai's planet, and Vegeta mentions, yeah, the gravity here is pretty weak. No wonder they're so much weaker than they should be. Vegeta says more gravity definitely would help. Luckily, Granolah knows exactly who to ask. He goes to Bulma, and she says yeah, she could definitely whip up a machine that could do that. Making artificial gravity, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. At least not for someone as smart as her, and her father. Soon enough, the gravity chamber is made, and everyone begins training with it. Vegeta's given half a Senzu bean. They don't want him to be fully healed, but this is enough to let him train more. It keeps him in check, and it does give him a little boost in power. As the group starts their training in the gravity room, Vegeta tries to work towards the Super Saiyan form, and it actually does work at some point. It takes a while and a lot of practice, but he figures out how to tap into it at will. And he wonders, is this truly a Super Saiyan? He's gonna refer to it as such because that's what it feels like, but it's not as strong as he expected. It is just the power of a great ape in a humanoid form, but maybe this is what a Super Saiyan is. Maybe the legend just kinda overblowed the power. Or maybe there's a higher level he can go to. He's not too sure, but he's gonna keep working with this, because it makes him incredibly powerful. Unfortunately, he's not sure if any of the other Saiyans can access it. Vegeta already had the mastery over Great Ape, and when he transformed, he had such a good set of circumstances there. Blutt's waves, the fact that he only recently lost his tail, and his anger all combined together to help. So they theorize that people like Goku and Gohan can't access it, but that's fine. Goku has Kaioken, and as for Gohan, he has his own power as a hybrid Saiyan. Maybe they could do something with these things. Let's go into some powers now. Vegeta is the strongest of the group, at 400,000, which is 4 million in Wrathful. Although, Goku and Granolah aren't too far behind. They're at 250k, but with Kaioken times 20, which is what they access eventually, they're actually stronger than Vegeta at 5 million. Granted, they can't keep up Kaioken as long, so that's why they're still lower than him. Gohan's at 100,000, and the humans are all around 50k. Vegeta hopes that these powers should be enough. Of course, he can't actually track them because he doesn't have a scouter anymore. But he learns to sense Ki more and more, and the rest of the group is able to gauge how strong everyone is. Sure, they can't actually put it in numbers, but we can. Bulma begins to make a new ship for everyone. This will be a huge ship based on Vegeta's, allowing them to get into space to find Frieza. It will also have a gravity room in it so they can train along the way, because it is going to be kind of a long trip. And Vegeta's pretty intrigued to see how Goku and Granolah have adjusted to Earth life. They even have wives. They found love with Earthlings, and they have friends that are just humans, weak humans? It's so strange. But who knows? Maybe Vegeta will end up in a similar situation if he ends up staying on Earth too. Not that he plans to right now, but hey, he can't predict the future. He's not Bardock. This isn't on his mind now, but anyways. Now, the group feels that they're ready to head out into space and fight Frieza. They all board the ship, departing as they start their journey to defeat the Emperor. Who knows how this will go though? Is Vegeta truly a Super Saiyan yet? And will their collective strength be enough to defeat him? They're unsure and it remains to be seen, but this is where we'll leave off for now. So, what did you guys think about this part? And what do you think is going to happen next time? Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'll be sure to check them out to see what you guys think. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. And let's try to hit the like goal from the beginning of the video so we can get another part of the series. If you haven't already, why not subscribe? As well as clicking the bell icon to be notified about any future uploads on my channel, including more parts of the series or any other videos like it. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.